The purpose of this video is to share strategies so that you can salvage your interactions with people after bad first impressions. This is for people who notice that their interaction with a person or their interaction with a group of people is not going well, and they want to know how to get those interactions to start going well. I've used this strategy again and again in my personal life and in my professional life. This has created the opportunity to find commonality with people who are different or with people who have different beliefs than my own. I've used this in personal spaces and in workspaces to create uplifting interactions with people who at first seemed bitter and hateful. I've used this when I've worried about whether or not a person would like me. The first benefit was, of course, a boost in my own self-confidence. The second benefit was that I actually got to bond with this person who I wasn't sure would like me in the first place. I've even used this to connect with and bond with people who otherwise seemed threatening at first. What's so powerful about this is that when you have a genuine mutual appreciation, there simply are no threats. By definition, people want to protect and uphold anyone that they appreciate. This really requires you to get good at applying the strategy, but when you do, your self-confidence is peaked out and you know that you're going to survive no matter what happens and no matter what people do. Furthermore, your self-confidence is peaked such that you have clarity as to how to thrive no matter what happens and no matter what other people are doing. When this happens, suddenly people who once seemed threatening now seem harmless, and from this perspective, it becomes easy to find a mutual appreciation with these people. A bad first impression causes you to focus on a person's weaknesses, and if not given the opportunity to show you their strengths, you will not know what that person's strengths are, and you will not have the opportunity to appreciate and benefit from that person's strengths. Likewise, if a person passes judgment on you after a bad first impression, they will not have the opportunity to experience, appreciate, and benefit from your strengths. The lesson here is that it really is worth it to move beyond a bad first impression and allow the opportunity for a good next impression. I say next impression because it doesn't matter if you've had one bad experience or endless bad experiences with a person. There's always an opportunity for the next experience to be positive. I'll ask you at this time to consider someone who has made a bad first impression with you, or consider someone that you just do not care for, yet you have to interact with them. What would it be like if your next interaction was a good interaction? What would it be like if your next interaction was very productive? What would it be like if you both appreciated each other? How much happier would your day be? How much easier would your day be? How much more productive would your day be? When you think about the benefits of moving beyond a bad first impression or moving beyond a series of bad experiences with a person, the benefits are you get to be social with a person in the way that you wanted to be social in the first place. And you get to feel good about this person in the way that you wanted to feel good in the first place. Also, you get to feel good and rest easy in your knowledge that you are appreciated by this same person. The end result is that your experience is enhanced, your collaboration is strong, and your productivity soars. So the strategy after a bad first impression, the strategy after a series of bad impressions is to pause, take a breath, and focus on your own value. Self-appreciation always comes first. The benefit of self-appreciation is that you know that whether or not you see an improvement in this other person, you know that you can use your own value to survive, and you know that you can use your own value to thrive. Self-appreciation gives you the strength to endure any negativity. Furthermore, self-appreciation gives you clarity to create the positive environment that you want to live in. Self-appreciate and remember that this person who does not seem so wonderful does have a wonderful side. You just have not been focused on that wonderful side. You know that we all have positive and negative traits. When someone seems awful, it's because your attention is hooked on the flaws of this imperfect person. We are all imperfect, and just as you would prefer that people focus on your strengths, other people would also prefer that you focus on their strengths. When you focus on someone's strengths, they naturally respond with appreciation of you and of your strengths. At this point, the interaction has been repaired, and the only thing left to do is to stay focused on your common interests and your common desired outcomes. If you do that, your subsequent experiences will all be amazing. To put that briefly, when having a bad experience with a person, take a breath and set your attention on your own value and appreciate yourself and feel the satisfaction of your own self-appreciation. You'll naturally begin to see the positive attributes of the person that you're interacting with. And as you appreciate those positive attributes, this is a person who will appreciate you as well. And your interaction is going to become uplifting, productive, and satisfying. You can create results swiftly when you get really comfortable with this strategy. The uplifting interaction with people is just coming from your appreciation of people and then their resulting appreciation in return. When your ability to appreciate people is strong, every interaction takes a turn for the better. Sending good vibes.